just levitate.
Okay guys, we got a little bit of bad news here. So the Carbotix Mazinkaiser from Blitzway Japan has been pushed back to February 2024. Now this is according to Hobby Link Japan. Now Hobby Link Japan is one of the only websites that actually has the exclusive to sell this figure besides Blitzway and a couple others. They got it right the first time on the first delay, and now they're moving it again. Now let's go over this thing. This thing was supposed to be released on October, so you guys can see here. That didn't happen, of course. And let's do a little bit of recap. Okay, so if you go to their Megalog website here, you can see that only Quantum Robo is here and nothing else, sadly. So they haven't updated that, and if you go to the product page, you can see outdated info. So yeah. Now the price is gonna be $420 US, depending on where you buy it from. You might get it a little bit cheaper, like in Hobby Link Japan. I do expect this price to go even lower before February. They've been, you know, it dips down and then it dips up again, but it has never crossed like it has never gotten to 419. It has gotten around 405, but not 419. So still, you know, you're gonna save quite a bit. And when it comes to this thing, like extra $20 and stuff, that's nothing. You're already paying, you know, almost 400 for it. So yeah. Now obviously this thing is big. This thing is gonna be pretty big. You know, it's gonna be standing 12 inches tall. Here you can see it next to Boss. So if you have Boss is around 8.5 inches tall. So you can see the size difference there, which is a lot. Remember that is gonna be using die cast, a lot of die cast. Here you can see all the die cast parts on the inside of the skeleton, and it's gonna be having the ratchet joints, and the ratchet joints basically work like a ratchet. Basically, you move it into a position and it's gonna move, and it's gonna lock in that position until you move it again, making the joints really darn strong. So this guy shouldn't have a problem holding his swords, doing some cool action poses and everything like that. I expect this guy to be pretty darn solid, which it should be. Another thing that it does have is this. Yeah, the battery operated hands, as you guys can see here in the video. See how the fingers are articulated, just like the ones for Boss, as you guys can see there, which is pretty darn awesome. So that's pretty darn cool that they did that. Now of course the other thing being the LED lights, which you can see, let me find a picture here because there's so many of them around here. Yeah, the eyes are gonna light up, and the Mazinkaiser symbol is gonna light up. The C here is gonna light up. Now obviously there has been the delays and all that stuff, so I'm thinking that maybe we'll get something else because they've been so secretive about it. Maybe we'll get maybe the heatsink will light up, because other Mazinkaisers have done it, honestly, and I feel like that's the only thing that these guys haven't done that they probably should. So maybe they're working on that. They could just be having production issues, of course. You know, this is a really big figure, so it's really important for it to be pretty much perfect, because it's part of the 50th anniversary and it's the most expensive Mazinkaiser that we have gotten. You know, the biggest and the most expensive. So in terms of the articulation with the ratchet joints, it should be the best articulated one. And of course the accessories that it comes with, we gotta talk about them, because right off the bat the Kaiser's Grander looks amazing. This Grander looks something so nice. And the thing is that this Grander has always been kind of like his own mech. Pretty much, this guy flies independently, has a mind of his own. If you guys seen the Mazinkaiser OVAs and Journal of Darkness, and I have my Infinitus of Mazinkaiser's Kaiser's Grander just displayed by itself, because this thing is so awesome. You know, especially this one. I love the design of this one. You know that one of my critiques of the, how you call this, of the CCS toy one was pretty much on the colors, the deep red that they use all over the thing. And I like this one a lot more because it does have the light red, it does have the dark red, but they break it up, and I just love the gold that they went with. It's nice, and this thing is just beautiful. And of course it has quite a lot of articulation, as you guys can see there. So battery power hands, the freaking Grander. Of course, we got the Turbo Smasher Punch, we got the effect parts for them coming out. Of course, we got the sword effect parts, which for some reason we have seen him pulling it out of the chest, which is really an exaggerated motion. You can see it here. This way it looks like light up. Now I know you can see a little bit of light bleeding here, but I think that's from somewhere else. But this still looks pretty darn awesome, honestly. And here you can see it pulling it out. Now we haven't seen it, you know, him pulling it out the shoulders, which is very interesting. There's no image, not even on the video, that they show him pulling it out from the shoulders or anything like that. But yeah, the effect parts are there, and he does have the swords. Of course, he got the giant missile, which is, in my opinion, pretty awesome, because a lot of the Mazinkaiser figures don't do this, and I like the way they did it very simply. You know, the little smoke, you got the missile, you got the pack there, you got the pack on the other end, and you just flip open this part here and you put it in there, and that's it. So you got, so the other thing, of course, that we haven't seen a lot of is the Kaiser powder. For some reason they haven't shown much of it. We know that it goes down and it enters the Mazinkaiser itself, so it's not a separate part, but we don't know if it transforms, if it has any articulation. I don't think so. But this image, you know, kind of leads you to believe that there's some type of gimmick in it, because it goes down here and you can't really see these parts here, but here you're seeing it from a little bit lower, and you're seeing the vents, you know, they're pretty much facing forward. So I don't know if it's there's no gimmicks in there and nothing moves, then it's probably just that it goes straight through the head, and the hole is a little bit on an incline, so it looks like that. Which, you gotta admit, this is pretty crazy, because check this thing. This thing goes all the freaking, this part here pretty much goes into the neck, and it's still gonna have the articulation and everything, plus the lights, the LED unit inside it, which is crazy. Now that's the other thing, the LED light unit. We honestly don't know. We don't know what batteries it's gonna use. And from the looks of it, at least from this image, it looks like if there's batteries, you know, if the battery compartment, where is it? If I have to take a guess, I think it's gonna be on the chest. I think you're gonna be removing this part here, and that's where you're gonna put the batteries in. Now, where do you turn it on and off? I don't know. It could be as simple as you just remove them and stuff and then put it back in there, but you know, a switch inside it. But the thing is that we have seen images like this. Yeah, I know this is an effect, You know, this is an effect that they added there, but there's images of it. Let's see if I can find it, of the eyes just lit up and not the chest part. So I don't know if that's something you're gonna be able to do, or if that's just an effect that they did there, or anything like that. See how the eyes I lit up but not the chest? So that is very interesting. Even here you can see it there. So that's really cool if you actually can do that. You know, if there's a little switch that you can think about. Now, I have thought about it, and I thought that maybe the battery compartment, because you can see that there's something actually here. Let me, oh, that was my bad. Actually went to that picture. But you can see that there's something here. So maybe this is the battery compartment, and maybe that's where you work everything out. You know, you set the modes, if it has 2 modes, you know, maybe there's setting 1 that just turns on the eyes, setting 2 that turns on the chest only, and setting 3 that turns both of them on. I know that sounds really bad, but whatever, who cares? So the other big thing, of course, being this guy, the Journal of Darkness diorama base. And the Journal of Darkness diorama base, which you guys can see here, looks pretty epic. This made is pretty much polystone, and it looks great. Now, I don't think it's gonna have any articulation, but they could give it a little bit. I mean, maybe for the arm or the hand. We know that the head is removable, we know that, but the other thing is this part here. I know what you're thinking, Zero. What's the big deal about that part? Well, according to the video, they said that you can display it with all 3 swords. So that means that you can probably have it like 1 sword stabs here, 1 sword stabs here, another one here, which will make sense. You know, it will look cool. Remember that the head is removable. The detailing on it looks great. You know, a defeated General of Darkness there with the guts, which looks pretty awesome. Check it out there. But another thing that we learned from their chain getter is this. Check out his diorama base, and check this out. The articulated stand. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this that we see here is where this is gonna go. And here's another look at it on the back. See how they did that? Meaning that this is also the articulated stand, which is great. And I love the idea. I absolutely love the idea. Absolutely love it. So hopefully they're taking their time, they're making it better. I honestly cannot wait for it. Like I said, I have mine pre-ordered since they opened the pre-orders up. The money's already there. I'm just waiting for it to be charged and shipped and everything. I just cannot wait. I mean, Mazinkaiser is such a big influence in my Super Robot collection. Like, that's the one that I wanted for a long time. Of course, there's Mazing Emperor G, which I know CCS Toys came out with the with their great Mazinkaiser, but Mazing Emperor G will be so awesome, especially for Super Robot fans, and I'm waiting for that one. I don't care if it's 3-0 that makes it, I don't care if it's Blitzway that makes it, I don't care if it's CCS Toys, if it's Bandai with the Sochun Goki line. I want it. I want to own it. Having both Kaisers there will be so darn awesome, honestly. That's gonna be great, but yeah, sadly we don't have any information right now, and all that we know is it's been delayed. So yeah, diecast ABS, POM, PVC, and polystone, which is gonna be interesting. So yeah, that does it for this video, guys. So next month, maybe it could be pushed back even more. I just hope we get a little bit of an update here and there, like, hey, we pushed it back, but we are giving you a Kabuto Koji acrylic figure. That'll be pretty good. Or I don't know, we put LEDs on the heatsink, and now the heatsink, you know, as you know, lights up and everything, and can do quite a few things. And we made the Journal of Darkness a little bit more articulated, so he can have the arms and stuff, or just show us something else. But as of right now, we haven't seen anything. I hope this price keeps going down by the time it comes out. You know, I already, like I have said before, like I said the first video I did, I am willing to pay 500 for this guy. So 20 bucks, 10 bucks, 5 bucks, 100 bucks, I don't care. I'm getting this guy. If you ask me, Zero, what stuff would you give up in 2024? I say pretty much all the other stuff except for this. This is right now my holy grail when it comes to figures. This is it. I'm finally getting to own a Mazinkaiser figure, and I have the black Chingetter from 3-0, which, you know, I love the design of that Chingetter, man. That Chingetter, like, this one is freaking awesome, but man, that one from 3-0, just the color scheme and everything just makes it look so much nicer, and I just love it. I have it in the box right now, but the box next to me, and I'm like, oh, when Mazinkaiser comes, he's gonna come out of the box, and there's gonna be some really cool poses. Then I'm gonna post them both together privately and just enjoy them, which is great. And that I know people are like, oh, Zero, why don't you collect statues? Well, that's why, because a statue, I'm stuck with this. I bought a statue of Mazinkaiser and he's in this pose, he's stuck with that. But with this thing, I can do whatever pose I freaking want and whenever I want it to. You know, that's the cool thing. That I'm gonna be able. This Mazinkaiser is pretty much that. It's a statue size Mazinkaiser with all the articulations of the figure and the gimmicks and the accessories, and you can do whatever you want with it. So that's pretty cool, and I cannot wait. So hopefully February, maybe. If you ask me, Zero, early, mid, or late, I say late. I think Boss came out, what, on the 28th? Yeah, on the 28th of October, or 25 or 28th. So yeah, late. So just make sure, if you're gonna go for this, make sure you have the money already saved up there, so you don't have to worry about anything. In terms of the shipping, I do think the shipping is gonna be around 50 to 100 bucks, just because of how big it is. But it could go lower. But February for me is okay, because I already, like, I don't have anything to review on that month. And by the way, if you're wondering, Zero, are you gonna have the review for the YF21? Yes, I'm gonna have it. It's gonna be a little bit later, after the 25th, because I'm getting the Android Knuckles, and that's when he gets released. So I'd rather wait a few more days, get Knuckles, and ship them both together. You know, it's just a lot more economical for me. But yeah, guys, I know this video has gone a little bit long, but you guys, if you have seen my other videos, you know how much I love freaking Mazinkaiser, and this is a really important figure for me, and not just in terms of the video, because the video I did got more views than the one Blitzway put out, pretty much. But to me, it's a really important super robot you know, to not cover it. And I haven't covered it in a while because we haven't got any more information, you know. The delay, but that was just 1 month delay, and then it turns to 2 months, and now we're heading to 3 months. So we'll see what happens, and I know you guys probably want to hear my thoughts on it. I'm still really hopeful. I hope, you know, they add a few things, which would be a plus, but if they don't, then whatever, this guy's still gonna be one hell of a figure. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you guys want. You're not obligated to that. If you use ad blocker, keep on using it. Keep on using it. I use it myself, so yeah. don't be scared of YouTube's little malware thing that they're doing. Yeah, I seem they seem to forget that we're running really good computers now. Now even your simple laptop can take that kind of beating pretty easily. We're not back at the Pentium days. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.